What Zorhan is doing, this is a guy who's spoken vile about Jews, vile about the NYPD. It is true.
What did he say about Jews?
What
did he say?
From the river to the sea.
Oh, please.
Vile. Zoran Mamdani said vile things about the Jews. Okay, what did he say? From the river to the sea. Which, by the way, Zoran Mamdani actually has never said that. Just because Andrew Cuomo, his political opponent, said that he said that on a debate stage doesn't mean that Zoran Mamdani has actually said it. But even if he had said it, even if he had, I wouldn't really care much. Now, why is that? Well, I explained in the next clip. Take a look.
Okay, the Lagoon's charter literally says that they're going to pursue the Greater Israel Project and literally steal land from all these Middle Eastern countries.
This is why you have rabbis telling their congregations to vote for
This is the new Democratic Party policy. This is the
So Cenk, the gentleman I was speaking to or shouting at is a former staffer for Byron Donalds and also a former White House spokesperson. His name is Harrison Fields. For those of you who are unfamiliar with him, I do have one more moment that I'll share with you. But before I do, I want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts. First of all, his big get was from the river to the sea, which Mamdani has not said, as you point out.
Vile.
Number two, so he's literally has no evidence that Mamdani has been anti-Semitic 1%. Just made it up. And added vile. The imaginary fantasy I have about Mamdani is vile. Well, that's true. And by the way, they're viciously anti-Muslim against them, but they pretend that they care about bigotry. Secondly, I want to apologize to the people that I criticized for saying from the river to the sea. I said that early on, a year and a half ago or more. But I think I was wrong. The chant is from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. What's wrong with that chant? Why, should Palestine not be free? They're like, oh, it implies the murder of Jews. No, it doesn't. It just says the Palestinians should be free. Where does it say murder the Jews or anyone in Israel? You just made that up. Oh, well, it implies it because if you say from the river to the sea, that means you're going to take all that land. Oh, guess who else said from the river to the sea? Netanyahu. As he's in the middle of taking all that land and actually murdering the Palestinians and actually taking their land. So this chant is not Israel will be free, it's from the river to the sea, I'm gonna take all your land from the Israeli position. From the Palestinian position is, can you just let us go for a second? Jesus Christ, how long are you gonna keep 5.5 million people hostages? So no, all of it is Israeli propaganda. All of it is meant to get you to hate Muslims so that Israel can kill them and take their land and you could pay for it. Now remember, it's okay that you're paying for all of this because you're supposed to hate all Muslims, but I'm so concerned about bigotry. That's why I'm worried about anti-Semitism. All right, now, one more thing here, I can go on for hours, as you know, Anna. I just saw a poll today. Guess who's got the most Jewish voters, according to polling, in this New York mayoral race? Oh my God, it's Zoran Mamdani. And guess what percentage of Jewish voters Mamdani has under the age of 45? Okay, so young Jewish, but 45 is pretty, it's getting up there. So, all right, I mean, what is it, 33%? That would be a huge number because I hear he's a vile anti-Semite. So obviously, almost no Jew would vote for him. So maybe 10%, 5%. You wanna know what the real number is? 67% of Jewish voters under the age of 45 are backing Mamdani. So there's no anti-Semitism.
67?
67.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that high.
He's winning in a landslide with Jewish voters under the age of 45. And with Jewish voters overall, he's the #1 candidate. He's easily beating Cuomo and Sliwa among Jewish voters in New York. Now, it's amazing that even you didn't know that, Anna. And why? Because mainstream media has been saying the exact opposite the entire time. Anti-Semite, the Jews hate him, he hates Jews. Oh, you remember everybody hate the Muslim, hate the Muslim. I care about bigotry, okay? No, they're all liars, they're all liars.
Okay, but to your point, and guys, if you don't mind, please cue up the cold open because I want to play it one more time. It's not just that the Republican detractors are going after Zoran Mamdani with that smear. And to be sure, Harrison Fields is a Republican, of course, but pay close attention to the split screen because the other person you're gonna see is Neera Tanden, an animal or a creature of the Democratic establishment. And so what's amazing to me is that she appears to kind of give the affirmative, okay, as this smear is taking place. Take a look.
What Zorhan is doing, this is a guy who's spoken vile about Jews, vile about the NYPD. It is true.
What did he say about Jews? What did he say?
From the river to the sea.
Oh, please.
Okay, so two things about that. I mean, you just see Neera Tanden's face. First, she starts off with like that disgusted look on her face because she's like, oh yeah, Republican, I gotta make the facial expression. But the second he says that Zoran Mamdani has said vile things about the Jews, she's like, oh yeah. That's a message I can totally co-sign onto. But the other thing is, Cenk, after he had said that Zoran Mamdani had said vile things about the Jews, and I asked him to name something specific. When he said from the river to the sea, I was shocked. I literally had a moment of shock because I'm like, that's what you're citing as the big vile anti-Jewish thing that he said. What? So it gets worse because he realized, oh, I guess that doesn't work. So let me pivot over to something entirely different to prove that Zoran Mamdani is in fact a hater of the Jewish people. So take a look at the next clip.
It is a rejection of the establishment. That's what it is. Because the establishment has not actually looked out for
anti-Semitic. That's what it is.
Fundamentally anti-Israel.
Please stop with this nonsense.
I get called a fascist every single day. I can call you an anti-Semitic because it's exactly what you are doing. The Democratic Party has an anti-Semitic
wing. Why? Because he doesn't want to visit Israel as the mayor of New York City? Is that why?
He wants to arrest Bibi Netanyahu.
He should be arrested. He's a war criminal.
There you go. Modern day Democratic Party.
Yeah, there you go. I'm right.
He wants to arrest Bibi Netanyahu. Yeah, and there's a warrant out for his what? Yeah, there's a warrant out for his arrest. He is a war criminal.
Yeah.
How is that hating the Jews? It's wanting someone who has committed war crimes to be held to account.
So guys, I can solve this mystery for you. It's the easiest thing in the world. So none of those people, whether they're corporate Democrats or corporate Republicans, and Anna, you're so right about Neera Tanden's face. She's like, oh, I am against you, you're a Republican. Oh, Mamdani, anti-Semite. Where's the check? Where's the check? Where's the check? So the reason why they don't care about Jewish people at all, like that guy, the guy who worked for Byron Donalds, the African-American Republican, cares so much about Jews. And he's like, oh my God, I stay up all night worrying about Jewish voters. Hey, good news. Then you should back Mamdani because that's who the plurality of Jewish voters are backing. Way more than Cuomo or Sliva. So it's clear. If you love Jews, you should back Mamdani. No, I hate Mamdani. Why? Because guys, come on, you know the Israeli lobby is funding 90% of Congress. That's a literal fact. And they fund a giant number of politicians, pundits, media figures, etc. So those people are not loyal to Jewish Americans. In fact, they are opposing the wishes of Jewish Americans. They are loyal to Israel and the money that is being funneled to them to do propaganda for Israel, not for Jewish Americans. So in this case, it's crystal clear. So this clown of all clowns is saying that 67% of Jewish voters under the age of 45 in New York, which is a giant number, by the way. New York is the second most Jewish city in the world, okay? So it used to be #1 for a long time. So, and that's why it's driving AIPAC and the Israeli lobby crazy. They're like, no, you're gonna ruin our biggest talking point, that anyone who criticizes Israel is an anti-Semite, and then we cancel them when we ruin their lives. Please, Jewish Americans, help us do this propaganda on behalf of Israel. And Jewish Americans are like, no, we don't want to. We want lower housing prices in New York because we live in New York. We want lower prices in New York because we live in New York. And I'm not your goddamn uncle, right? So, but this guy, Fields or whatever his name is, goes, no, 67% of Jewish voters under the age of 45 in New York are anti-Semites because they're backing Mamdani. Well, okay, I mean, if you're gonna be absurd, thank you. We appreciate it. You're at least advertising that you obviously work for Israel and you don't care about Jewish people at all.
Just some inside baseball after that segment ended. I was so heated that I kept going at it with him. And the panel was like, it was awkward for sure, for everybody except for me. I enjoyed every minute of it. But I basically told him, like, I never want to hear a conservative like you talk about the sanctity of the lives of unborn children okay, which they love to use when pushing their anti-abortion agenda, when you're totally okay with endless numbers of Palestinian children getting slaughtered by your precious Bibi. And he made some argument about how most people agree with me. Doubt it.
No, and real quick. So Benjamin Netanyahu is despised here in America. The polling indicates that. Also, by the way, hated in Israel. But he's paying all these people. So since it's him funneling the money to these fake pundits whose job is to just support Israel, that's why he's like, he thinks he got you, Anna, because he's like, this is the modern Democratic Party. They would want to arrest a war criminal like Benjamin Netanyahu, hated by about 80% of Americans. The reason he thinks that, Anna, is because in the elite circles, they're almost all bought off by Israel. So they think, oh, Anna, you just helped me. You eliminated yourself. Now you can't get a paycheck. So he thinks he disqualified you. He doesn't care that 80% of Americans hate Netanyahu. He knows that among the elites, 98% of them work for Israel. So he's thinking, she did my work for me. She's eliminated, she's disqualified.
Yeah.
She wouldn't kiss Israel's ass. I win. Do you? Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.